This is Eric at Trademygun, and today we'll be reviewing the Clone 5. So first off, as always, we'll go over the packaging. It's a soft case gave by MacDev. It's very nice for the price. Comes in here as your barrel kit. Includes two sizers from the Shift 2 kit. Weirdly enough, it's a 6.84 and a 6.93. It's a weird sizing. We'll go over that later. A set of Allens, a spare parts kit, which is like less than 12 O-rings. Their color manual, which is actually a very nice manual for how little it is. It gets all of your main stuff done. And then your gun comes in. So we're talking about this gun. First, we got to kind of talk the market that it's in. So first off, these guns come in right around $600. So when we're looking at that category of gun, we have to compare it to things like the 6, the G-Tech, not the G-Tech 170R, but the G-Tech. Some used things, maybe the 160R might be right in the same price range nowadays. But we got to compare it to those things. So there's a couple interesting things that it does that those guns in the market don't do. One is it comes with its own barrel kit. The Shift barrel kit's actually really nice. It's basically the same thing as normal freak insert. Slides right in the back. It's a two-piece set. Ported really nice. I actually think it's some really nice porting that they've done on their barrels. I don't know about the rubberized part. I don't really grip up on my barrel or anything. So if you're into that, I guess that's for you. Interesting part though is the bore sizing and takeback. It's not a 6.84, it's a 6.85 and a 6.93 that they put in your kits. Yeah, 6.93. Very interesting sizing. So your average paintball now is anywhere, it's never going to get to 6.90 or anything like that anymore. For anywhere from like 6.81 to 6.89, I don't even know if you're a tournament or just like some basic paint. 6.85 will probably do you just fine for most things. But 6.93 is a bit excessive. I would like to see a 6.85, maybe 6.89, like most people do, or even like Planar Clips do 6.89, 6.83, somewhere in there. When we take a look at the gun, I think it's a really nice feeling gun. We'll turn it on, it's just a power button. Gives you all your little information and a color screen right here. Nice to see a color screen on this like style of gun or this price of gun. Most of the guns in this range are just an OLED, or a OLED screen, but they're not lit up like this one is. Trigger feels nice. Gun actually feels really nice in the hands. I kind of like the rubberized grip. It's definitely a little bulky, but for the price range, it's right up there with every gun in its price range. Aluminum top, composite bottom, pretty standard for that price range as well. It doesn't feel chintzy. It doesn't feel cheap. No bending, warping, anything like that. Turn off on ASA. I don't love these things, but this one feels like you wouldn't have any problems. It's just a turn on off ASA. The bolts, just like, I say it's almost identical to most like the old IV core or any of those old Geo cores, except for it's a little bulky. So basically it's the same driving motor, but it's got this big can in the front, which kind of makes it heavy. The gun without it's kind of nice, but it's a very heavy bolt, but it's also really kind of efficient. For the price, actually competes with efficiency with some of those higher end guns. MacDev is making themselves a case. Turn the gun off real fast. No noise, turn off. Really makes themselves a case for the price range of this gun. When we're talking about this gun, it's I think $550 right now, and that's its own market. There's not really guns right around it, and I think this actually competes with some of those higher end guns. I don't think it's quite a 170R competitor, but definitely easily 160R, DSR, XLS, the new 6, anything like that. It's definitely a sure competitor with it. I don't know, the high-end guns, I think they're a little bit nicer, but in the hands, this thing really does feel nice. It shoots nice. I don't see any problems with it. The one thing I've heard from people is it's sometimes very, very finicky. Sometimes you're going to pull it out, it's not going to work, sometimes it does. They seem to fall apart kind of easy. But we also don't get a ton of them in, so if that makes any sense, you can kind of work on it yourself. They're not very hard to work on. Things that I think they could do better definitely is the Shift kit, which we'll talk about more later when we get close to the gun. The O-rings, there's like 12 of them. It's not really useful at that point. Might as well throw in a whole kit. The Allens seem cheap, but that's, you know, par for the course. The composite bottom, now that I'm playing with it a little bit more, is nice, but some of these grips kind of feel like, I don't know, they kind of feel cheap. but nothing outside of its price range. If I was going to compare this to a CS2, these would definitely not fly, but there's some interesting parts of this thing. So we'll get a closer in view to the gun. We'll go through some smaller parts of this thing and then go outside and shoot it. So when we get a closer look here at the Clone 5, I'm first going to show you how to turn it on. So you just hold the power button. Screen kicks right on. We'll get that in focus here. So I can get it in. So you can see it gives you your modes and stuff, eyes, all that things. Next we'll just kind of do a pan over the gun. Twist ASA. Your bolt. Up, out. It's a big old can. Kind of built like a old IV core. Locking feed neck. Normal eye covers, IRIs. Your shift barrel, hold on. And there's your barrel and your insert. Kind of just slides in the back. Kind of like a Freak where it has a little lip to it. You can see that. That kind of sticks to the end. Slide that back in. And there's the gun. Today we'll be shooting the MacDev Clone 5 boarded 685 with some old midnight paint. To wrap up the review of this Clone 5, I'm going to be honest, I really like it for the price. For where it's sitting in the price range, it's a very, very nice shooting gun. I didn't say this earlier in the review, this is a low pressure gun, so instead of your normal tank output about 450, 500 PSI, this is like 250-ish. It's right there with Bob long guns on the low pressure system and stuff like that. So that by itself makes it a very soft shooting gun. I think it bounced around a little too much, but this is also a $550 gun, so you have to imagine that it's going to be right in there with some of the other guns. I think it's a better shooting gun than, say, the G-Tech. Reliability, I'm not quite sure. The low pressure system, you have to have one of those tanks, otherwise it's going to cost you a bit more money just to get a tank ready for this gun. But other than that, I think the gun worked fantastic. Any pace we ran it through, it worked. I'm excited to see MacDev, with this gun and more guns they're putting out, are getting better and better. They're, they haven't had the established name of Eclipse or Die or something like that, but they're making very, very high quality guns for the price, and I'm excited to see what they come out with next. So, thank you for watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and as always, get ready for more World Cup updates coming soon.